That is totally wrong. A tachometer is great for finding the RPM of motors. But if you don't know what tips to put on or what function to set, your numbers are going to be extremely inaccurate. So what does a tachometer do? A tachometer is going to take something like this drill, something like a piece of HVAC equipment or big industrial equipment, and it is going to read the rounds per minute, the RPMs. Now, they also can read distance, which is going to be the larger wheel. If you paid attention in the very beginning of the video, I said that was way wrong. It was way wrong because I was using the wrong tip and I was reading distance, not RPMs. And we're going to cover that in a little more detail in a few minutes. That is what you're going to use these for in a nutshell. If I want to check and see if the manufacturer's RPMs are correct, I can check that. If I want to check that on a piece of HVAC equipment, I can do that as well. But where it really shines and helps you is, say I'm checking the actual RPMs and the RPMs are way low. That's going to tell me a couple of things. It's going to tell me that either my bearings, if it's a bearinged motor, may be going out, or the motor itself is going out. So that is where this becomes a very important piece of equipment for testing. I could use a heat gun after that and check the heat on the bearings, check the heat on the motor, and I can kind of diagnose when something's about to go out and fix it before it becomes an actual issue. And like I said, if I want to know if the manufacturers told me the truth on a unit like this, I can take their spec and test it against what the unit is saying, and I'll be able to tell if I've been told the truth or not. So that's where these things come in handy. So let's go ahead and let's get into some of the basics and some of the tests. Let's go ahead and take a close look at the KAIWEETS KTA02 Laser Contact Tachometer. Now, the laser contact is very important because a lot of units are generally either laser or they're going to be contact. Laser is going to shoot a laser right out of the top here. You're going to use reflective strips, and you can actually test things and find their RPMs without having to physically put your hands into a piece of equipment. That's a really nice function. Other things, you can actually use the control arm and the fittings in the front and have direct contact. Now, this is also going to be a rechargeable system. Instead of having to put batteries in the back, you'll see it sealed. Use a USB-C port to recharge it. Now, the actual casing on this is very nicely made. It's a heavy-duty rubber, easy to grip. I like the thumb locations to hold it on the sides. It's just made to actually hold up in a working environment. Now, the buttons are extremely easy on and off here. We have a test mode. We have units, whether you want to use metric or imperial. And we have a function button where we can actually set the different functions. We have a memory button for max and minimum, and it'll do an average as well. And we have the set button. So let's go ahead and we'll kind of take a look at how the laser part works first. So we hold it on just like this. And if you're going through the actual functions, you're going to see these changing. That is going to be your big wheel. That's going to measure distance. If we hit it again, that is going to be all of the smaller contacts, and that's going to be for doing something like this drill, putting this one into the actual tip right here at the end of the chuck and turning it on, and you will be able to check the rounds per minute there. So that is that function. We hit it again. And now you have a laser light on the side here. And by the way, up above the laser, you'll see that is your battery indicator telling you how much you have. So you'll notice there's nothing coming out of this. To get it to come out of there, we are going to have to hit test. When we hit test, you're going to see this spinning, and now we have the laser. And if I had something spinning like a motor and had this tape on there, it's going to read it as it goes around. Now, in my, turn that off for a second, it puts it back in hold. In my experience, the laser one is okay, and they're pretty close together. I still like direct contact if at all possible. So to do a direct contact, I'm simply going to screw the arm into the same place the laser comes out. Actually, get it right here. There we go. Make sure I'm not cross-threading. So now that is there, and you have a sleeve. Now, the sleeve is going to work with all three of the small pieces. If I want to use the measure wheel and measure the distance of, like, say, a conveyor belt and things like that, it just slides directly on. Turn it till it lines up, and it's ready to rock and roll. But we're going to want to measure an actual drill. So we want to use this first. This is my little shank converter. Get it lined up. Right. I think I actually just had it and pulled it off. All right, right there. And now, in this end, we're simply going to take the one we want. We want this one right here. And you got to line it up. There it is. So now we are ready to rock and roll. Now, when we actually start reading something, we're just going to step this in here for a second. We're going to actually take the function and move it over right there. And we're going to test. It's on. And we can hit max. And we hit the minimum. And then you can also do an average. And you'll notice it says RPM down at the bottom. Now we're going to turn it off. So let's go ahead and do a couple tests real quick and see how well it actually works. Hey guys, real quick. Are you working on a DIY project? Are you remodeling your kitchen? You're adding drywall. You're trying to install a sink or a toilet. You've got some type of an electrical device you're installing and you have questions. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I give out a lot of free PDFs to help DIYers figure out their projects. Well, I've decided to carry that a step further. And if you go to the description of this video, you will see that there is a link there that you can follow and you can get my direct email. And I will do my very best to answer every question as they come in. So send me your questions, send me pictures, send me video. And as an added bonus, not only will I try to answer your questions, if they are really good questions that I think the general DIY population needs to hear, I will try to add those to my weekly DIY answer videos. So I'm going to do a video once a week going through these questions and answer them. So be sure you keep my email so you'll always have a contractor on speed dial. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and let's get into some of the testing now that you understand the KAIWEETS system that we're using today. So the very first thing I'm going to point out is in the very beginning, we had on this wheel. And this wheel is going to be our distance wheel. It's very big, it's fat, and it's made to ride on the side of something, not directly in the front on a shaft. And I'll show you the difference in a second. Let's go ahead and do the distance first. So we're going to pretend like this is a big conveyor belt going around this tabletop, and this is the side of that conveyor. And we're going to read it with the distance wheel. So I'm going to turn on my power, and right now I am on direct contact. That's the wrong one. So we're going to hit function, and that is laser, not the right one. Hit it again. Now we have the big wheel. So now we can read distance. All I have to do is hit test, and the little testing little icon starts spinning. So we're going to put it up against here and turn it on. Just like that, I should be able to hit my max. So my max is 806. that is going to be the distance that it's running around the room instead of RPM. Totally different number. So I'm going to show you now how you actually read RPM. There's two ways to do it. We're going to start with the direct contact method. So we're going to pull this off and set this aside. We need the new shaft, which is this piece right here. We simply are going to put this on. You got to line it up. There it is right there. And then you pick the tip you want. We're going to use the one that's hollow inside so I can put it inside of this end. You also have a couple of others. You have the really soft pointed one here, and you have the small soft pointed, depending on what I'm trying to read. If I'm reading a lathe or something like that. So we're going to line up our little grooves here and put it in. So now this is ready to rock and roll, and we're going to read like this, direct contact. But we have to reset. So go ahead and turn it off and start over so we're clear. Turn it on. And right now we are on the distance function. We have the big wheel all the way on the left side. So we're going to reach up here and hit function again. That is going to be direct contact. If I hit it one more time, I am in laser. So direct contact is what we want. Then we want to hit the actual test button. The wheel starts spinning again. And instead of setting on the side of the actual shaft, we're simply going to put it on the end. And let me hold it up so you can see it spin that way. There we go. We are 1957 RPMs. Now this unit is going to be my Zybrul, which I'm going to spell that because it's hard to say, Zybaiiru. This unit, according to the manufacturer, is 1900 RPMs. We ended up with 1957. Very close. That's very good. But that is the difference in reading RPMs from the front and trying to read this, the distance on the side. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to actually read it with the laser. Now I have already taken and put a piece of reflective tape on the side. You're going to get a whole strip like this. You want to put it on the side to be able to read, and what you really want is a black background. So we are perfect with black here. Now if you're trying to read in a motor shaft and it is stainless steel and it's shiny, that is going to mess up your reading. You can put a little piece of black tape, like electrical tape, around that and then put your little reflective piece. You're going to get a much better reading. So what we need to do now, we're going to unscrew this, and I'm already set to laser. Let me hit function though. There we go. And I'm going to turn off from the beginning so that you can see it from the very beginning. Turn it back on. Our function now is in the laser mode. You can see it on the side right there. Now we have no laser until I hit test. One thing I want to point out, guys, this is a true laser. You don't want to be looking at that dead on with your eyes. So turn it on. We know we're set here. Now I'm going to turn this sideways so that you can kind of see what's going on. We are right where that is going to be. And I am reading. Matter of fact, let's hold it up so that you can see better. Hit my button. 1950.7, almost identical to what we did with direct contact. These units are made to be very close, very precise. I have found in the past with a lot of units that the direct contact is a little bit more accurate sometimes. But say you're not getting a good reading. Say that it seems to be way off. Another thing that you can do, guys, is put another piece of the reflective tape on the exact opposite side. So if I have this here, I can put another one here. And I can take my reading again. But take that number that it gives you and divide by 2, because it's going to multiply it by 2 since you have 2 of them. If you want to do 3, you have to do the same thing. You're going to divide by 3. If you do 4, you divide by 4. But as accurate as this is, I don't see a reason to generally do that. This one is very accurate. So there you go, guys. It is not that hard to set one of these up when you understand what all the little fittings and the functions are for. So I hope you got a little something out of today's video. Be sure you hit that like button. It really helps the video and it helps the channel. Leave me a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Ring that little bell. Matter of fact, if you hit it twice, you're going to know about all my upcoming videos as I release them. And as always, guys, I do appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.